Hello and welcome to the Fire King Plays Genshin Impact. Where last we left our heroes, we've been doing a bunch of stuff in the event area of Simulanka, and we will be going back there today. Let's see, did I do anything off stream? Not really. However, there were a bunch of redemption codes for the new 5.0 announcement. I think. Let's see, we have 6. I had to double check. Just see how much we got. So yeah, let's get back to Simulanka. Oh yeah, I did explore around around the island of Constellation Metropole here. Being that there were a bunch of chests for me to collect, so I went and collected everything I could. There's still a few more on my map, but they have to do with that side quest for... I don't know if you guys can hear that. Probably not, but... I just got a big old thunderstorm warning, and I've been hearing thunder for the past few minutes. So... Is this going to be a racetrack?
Drat! I can't move!
Montagan.
What happened?
Montaigne.
Your Majesty! This conservative radical, he attacked us! He threw the star from the Astral Garden and even stole the magic thread linking the Oracle Pillars! But just as we were about to arrest him, the goddess's magic activated, and now we can't move! No! Nobody touched the celestial gear!
What's an oracle pillar? You need to use it to pray to the goddess. I'll explain later. First, let's help these guys.
Let's help these guys. Is that all I need to do?
Oh!
But he was just stuck to the
It's
ground.
okay.
Fuck.
Let him go.
But, Your Majesty!
Even if we catch up to him now, we won't be able to change his mind, much less quell the fear that many others like him are feeling. All it would do is turn him further against us.
Understood, Your Majesty. Also, this is the magic thread he was holding from the Oracle Pillars. Your Majesty, what should we...
Please give that to the traveler over there. I believe they have some questions for the goddess.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Wondering why I wasn't on stream yesterday.
So,
Last 2 days.
what do we do with this exactly?
I was up seeing my partner.
See those
and,
oracle pillars over there? Just use the magic thread to connect them together in a specific pattern, and the goddess of prophecy will answer your prayers.
Oh, sounds easy enough. Let's give it a try.
And railway compounds. America's oldest amusement park. Very.
It worked!
To which course of fate do you seek answers, my child of Simulanka?
Do we get to only ask one? Probably not. They're probably gonna let us ask all of these. I'm gonna go with this first, though.
the hero from another world, supported by their companions, shall restore peace to this world.
Okay.
Go and push the gear that connects up to the starry sky. When that time comes, I shall dance and return the tracks beneath my people's feet back to the stars in the sky.
So, Miss Navia was right. The goddess of prophecy didn't tell us anything about the future.
Fair enough. Guess we'll just have to play it by ear.
If we want to push this celestial gear...
Then first, we have to restore the sky back to its original state by putting the stars back in their positions. Let me do a quick count. All right. Adding in the ones we picked up on the way here, I think that's all of them. Let's go hang these stars back up in the sky.
In the sky? How do we get up there?
Oh, I got us covered. We will, of course, be taking the Aerial Express.
Is that a flying train?
Hey, you already took a train that runs on water. Is a flying train really that much
It was
weirder?
still running on
At
tracks.
least the Maritime Express still runs on a train.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Don't worry about it. This train has been blessed by the goddess of prophecy. Its whole purpose is to protect the Metropole skies. It took me a lot of effort to find it, you know. I don't think anyone's used it in, like, 100 years.
100 years? Are you sure it's safe? Let's not forget that the goddess of prophecy's magic has been going haywire recently.
Well, it's not like we have any other options.
Huh?
Unless you want to do the honors, Paimon. Fancy flying up there on your own?
No, thank you. It's way too high up. Oh, wait, Nilu. You've got a feel for how magic works here. Can you do your thing and sense if this train is the real deal?
I can try. Yes, I can sense traces of magic, but it's different from the kind I felt in the forest, so I don't know.
Okay, fine. Guess there's only one way to find out.
That's the spirit. I'll come with you. Miss Nilu, will you be joining us? I think I'll stay behind. That way, if something does go wrong, you'll have someone on the ground to get you some help.
That makes sense. If the train does break down, you can make us a giant origami crane to come bail us out. Or if a crane's too difficult, a finch could work.
Best of luck. A finch, huh? I think I know how to fold one of those.
Computer notification. Computer stop. That one's a flash flood warning, which also makes sense. I drove through the storm and the floods on the way back from and they send us to the next
Choo-choo! Aerial Express moving out.
Whoa, it really is flying!
What an amazing feeling! I've never been on a flying train before.
Neither have we.
That should do it. On to the next location.
Come on.
We are so high up. Don't look down. Don't look down.
Oh.
Looking down.
Hang in there, Paimon. The hard part's nearly over. After that, it's downhill all the way.
Don't say downhill all the way. That is the last thing Paimon wants to hear.
No, you want it to be downhill. You don't want it to be straight down.
We're finally done. Okay, let's get back down while this train is still working.
Yep, and we're back. Excellent.
Great job! It looked like it all went smoothly. Yeah, and it was an absolute blast, too. You gotta ride with us next time, Miss Nilu. Huh? I'm okay. Thanks for...
Uh-oh.
Halt! What do you think you're doing?
Get out of my way!
What's going on?
Your Majesty, there!
Don't
Let
turn
us
around.
through!
Stay back!
It's okay. Let them through.
What do you...
Tch,
Talk to them first. Radical conservative citizen?
Your
Yeah,
Majesty,
fuck that.
Could we please ask you not to turn the gear that connects up to the sky?
And why is that?
As you have seen, the goddess's gift is very important to us. It keeps us from harm and protects our very lives.
Some of us, we just aren't ready to lose that protection.
I see.
Your Majesty, do you mean...
I won't turn that gear. Not until
Come
you're
on,
ready.
Navia. You can't be that stupid.
I've said before that the Metropole belongs to the people, and they should have the right to decide its future.
Gonna hold a vote, aren't we?
But let me ask you this. How do you plan to solve the issues we are currently facing?
Well, we'll start by rescuing the people that have gotten stuck. And then we'll find a way to figure out the true cause of this crisis.
And have you made any headway on that? The true cause, I mean.
Unfortunately not.
Hey, you little...
I mean, what else are you gonna
Sorry, my
say?
friend, but it's the truth.
You have friends and family that have been affected, don't you? That have gotten stuck?
Duh.
I understand your concerns. But if we let this drag on for much longer, the situation may well get worse. More and more people will be frozen by the goddess's magic.
Yes, but if we turn that gear now, all the tracks in this city will disappear.
I know this is a hard decision to make. But have you ever thought about why the goddess might have made things this way in the first place?
Huh?
Why do you think she might decide to take back her gift and stop revealing further prophecies about the future?
Are you saying she has abandoned us?
No, quite the opposite, in fact.
What do you mean?
The goddess dearly loves this world and all the people of Simulanka. And because she loves you so much, she wants you to be able to choose your own path. Every parent hopes their child will have a happy and carefree life. But if they're overprotective, then all they'll manage to do is keep their child trapped. If a mother bird lets her baby ride on her wings for too long, her child will never learn how to fly. Perhaps the goddess of prophecy has always known that one day she'll have to let go. Children can only become independent if they're allowed to form their own opinions, make their own decisions, and deal with the consequences on their own. Only then will they be able to continue their journey alone, even after their parents are gone.
But we've relied on the goddess's protection for so long. We don't know what it's like to go it alone. We don't know if we have what it takes.
Are you kidding me? I think you've proven yourselves more than capable of that.
What do you mean?
You made a call in a time of crisis, and you've come all this way to talk to me. Even the guards couldn't stop you.
I mean, they
That
could
must
and
have
they
taken
did.
a lot of courage.
But we only did it because we were scared.
Why you set out on the journey doesn't matter. What matters is that you've proven you can choose your own path.
My friend, I fear our king is right. It is time for us to face our fears.
But we...
We can't go on living like this. Living in fear. Look at what it's driven you to do. You threw away a star personally created by the goddess of prophecy herself. You once revered her more than any of us. And I think the king is right. She hasn't abandoned us. So, why don't we put our trust in her one more time?
I don't care anymore. Do what you want.
Aw, he laughed.
I'm sorry about my friend. That's just how he is. Always had a terrible temper. Please accept my apology for his impudent behavior.
Is it just me, or has he accepted the goddess's prophecy?
I think so. Not that you'll ever hear him admit it out loud. Your Majesty, please turn the gear that connects up to the sky.
So, you've made up your mind? About giving up the goddess's gift?
Yes, I've made up my mind. But maybe losing the gift isn't what this is about anymore. Because we've gained something too. You have given us courage.
Well said. I am proud of your decision. Now, gather around, everyone, and join me as we make the night sky of this wonderful city turn once more.
I still think it's gonna be he takes up the gift, fixes it, and then returns it.
So the stars hanging in the sky, they're music notes.
This entire metropole is a huge music box! That's incredible!
How do you feel?
A little scared and uncertain. But for some reason, I feel a lot more at ease. It's as if some kind of huge weight has been lifted from my shoulders.
Figured out any next steps?
To be honest, not really. But maybe I can start by having a heart-to-heart with that stubborn friend of mine.
I have an idea. If you don't know what to do, why don't you start by helping the people around you?
You mean the people who got stuck because of the goddess's magic?
I mean anyone and everyone who needs your help. By helping others, you'll eventually find your own path. Trust me, I have experience in this.
What kind of experience, Your Majesty?
Yes. We'll need a formal organization with a catchy name before we go out and start helping people. Why don't we call it the Spina di Rosula?
Spina...
Ooh, or even the Spina di Rosula di Simulanka. Yeah.
Wow, big expansion for the Spina. Moving into other worlds now.
Let's bring my mafia here.
Spina di Rosula. I like it. It's a great name. Let's do as Your Majesty suggests.
That number of motions.
Well then,
One of them is that.
how about I appoint you as the head of the Spina in Simulanka? While I'm off fighting the dragon with the other heroes, it'll be your responsibility to work with the guards and take good care of the people in the metropole.
What? You're planning on fighting the dragon? But no, Your Majesty, you must reconsider.
He's right. Your Majesty, you can't.
How are you two on the same side all of a sudden?
Perhaps Your Majesty is unaware of this. The great dragon suddenly broke out from the Titanium mines one day and tore the end of the world to pieces. After that, it spat out a strange fog that surrounded a whole island. No one knows what lies beyond the fog, and no one knows what has become of that poor island.
Before Your Majesty arrived, we dispatched many soldiers to fight the dragon. but none came back alive.
Yikes. Sounds worse than we thought.
Isn't that all the more reason for us to go? There could still be guards trapped there, waiting for someone to rescue them.
King Navia is right. We cannot simply stand by and watch as the people of this world suffer.
Very well. Though I have not served by your side for very long, Your Majesty. 2 days is enough for me to have learned that once your mind is set, any attempts to change it are futile.
You're a pretty good judge of character.
He probably didn't mean that as a compliment.
Since you're serious about this, I won't try and stop you. There's only one way to reach the end of the world, and that's by taking the Maritime Express.
Oh, right. So there's a line going there too?
Yes, it was originally built to serve the workers commuting to the Titanium mines, but it has been abandoned since the dragon attack. I'll tell the conductor to wait for you at the platform by the side gate to the Metropole first thing tomorrow morning. You're embarking on an extremely dangerous adventure. Please be careful, Your Majesty and friends.
Oh, thank you for your concern. While I'm gone, I leave the Metropole in your capable hands.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Just call me boss from now on. That's what everyone in the Spina calls me, and it's what I'm used to.
So, the plan for tomorrow is journey across the ocean, make it to the end of the world, and defeat a dragon. Ooh, that's an adventure and a half. Do all storybook heroes have to work this hard?
Doing all game pilot.
At least we'll get to see some amazing scenery along the way, right? Besides, we'll have each other. It'll be a shared experience that we'll never forget.
Plus, we're pretty well equipped for a classic heroes versus dragon story. We got Miss Nilu as our magic caster, and I guess I'm the melee warrior who leads the charge?
No, that's us.
Paimon can definitely see that. Anyway, those are tomorrow's problems. Right now, all Paimon wants is to eat a proper meal, because worst case scenario, if Paimon ends up getting eaten by a dragon, she wants to do it on a full stomach. And something about the end of the world doesn't sound like a great place for food options.
Well, the origami animals in the forest only drink magic tonic. What do the toy people here in Constellation Metropole eat?
Vegetable oil and sawdust, I think.
Yep, page 2 complete. Yeah, this here is actually a music score that you would find in a music box.
This way, Miss Nilu. After you.
Thank you, Miss Navia, but it's fine. I don't mind not riding the Aerial Express.
Oh, what is it? Are you scared of heights?
Huh? No, it's not that.
Then you'll be fine. If you feel scared, just hold on to my hand. You're never gonna see something like this again. What?
Yeah. Big circle and exhale.
Oh. Oh, that's Rara's things.
So, are you all set? Ready to start investigating? Great! Then let's go! I've delivered packages all over, but I've never seen a mysterious fairy tale world like this before. looks like nobody has gotten around to repairing this house yet. Ugh, even I wouldn't dare to sleep in there. It might suddenly collapse in on you. Nothing to see here either. Maybe we can find someone to ask? Aha! Over there! I bet we'll find some people there. Let's go take a look. Uh-huh. I was sure there'd be people here.
There once was a goddess who ruled over fate. Before she died, she left 3 riddles for the kingdom she had created.
What? Who said that?
Long story short, on this day, a sentient feline, an outlander, and a diminutive pixie arrived on the scene.
We have a
They saw
narrator.
a narrow path off to the side.
Okay, but which side?
Yeah, if you gave ambiguous instructions like that to a Comania Express courier, they'd give you the parcel right back and tell you to write the delivery address more clearly.
Despite how obvious the answer was, the
Yeah.
perplexed pixie and the flummoxed feline struggled to work it out. Although, perhaps a small part of the blame could be attributed to my dull narration. All right, let's try this again. The path on the left-hand side seemed to give off an enticing fragrance, as if to say, this is the way to wealth and glory.
Ooh, that sounds like the start of a good story. Then what? Then what?
Great, we have
At the end of the path, the motley crew would soon spot a secret stone room. A prophecy had once foretold of a marquis who shall one day venture inside, and thus it is named the future Marquis's abode to be. You like it? The future Marquis's abode to be? Got a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
That was a...
Are you sure you don't want to hear the rest? I'll keep this brief. Firstly, the place ahead of you is a secret room whose purpose, per the legends, is to await the arrival of a certain marquis. For that reason, it's called the future Marquis's abode to be. Secondly, when you get inside, don't sit on the chair in the centre, or bad things will happen. There, that's all. Off you go.
If you're going to give us narration for while we're moving, make sure it's at the pace of a run, so that we only get there, but that either we will have time before the end of the narration and our arrival, or we get there just the right time.
So many summers, winters, springs, and falls, and now at last a hero hither strides.
This realm knows not what lies beyond its walls. Its secrets mystify the world outside.
Wait, new voices. Who are they?
As golden sunlight fills the firmament, the tabletop engrosses your attent. Perhaps, perchance, peruse these pages thence. They show
Captivated by the epic poetry and enthralled
We didn't get to
by the
fucking read it 'cause you were
outstanding
talking.
storytelling. The Outlanders knew what that... Why isn't he reading the files on the desk? Hey, Boberano, maybe quit showing off and try using words he'll actually understand.
I can either rhyme like a bard, or I can curse like a sailor. And right now, Cape, you are seriously tempting me towards the latter.
Namely, to remove the clockwork key from the raised platform up ahead.
Cape, I just realized you said we all had to speak like bards, but every time you open up your mouth, I don't hear any rhymes.
Perhaps the Outlanders are worried that something drastic will happen the moment they
Also,
remove
yeah,
it.
don't sit on the
Maybe
center
that's why
chair.
they're
Something bad will
investigating the
happen.
area
It's
thoroughly
covered in
first.
glue.
Can't fall. With wood and earthenware strewn all around, the demon feline's fury can't be quelled.
Strong as stone, firm as steel, the Outlander pulls, but it does not yield.
This has happened many times before, but this time is different. A thought enters the Outlander's mind. Attack! Attack! First weaken the structure, then seize the treasure.
Same sort of key we had to hit to turn up.
Now over. Only one final step remains.
Now it is the time to see.
But alas, as was the case for all those who had come before, the key still did not move an inch.
Wait, what? They got it out? Yes! Finally! Come on, move your butts and your legs, assuming they're still in working order. It's showtime!
No hard feelings about your lack of poetic contributions?
Oh, let it go!
Ah! Welcome, esteemed and noble Outlander. Allow us to introduce ourselves.
We represent the 3 great clans of this realm, having been selected as its authorized historical supervisors.
Our purpose being to await the arrival of one such as yourselves, who shall remove the clockwork key.
My name is...
You're Cape, he's Albizzi, and that's Bobarano, right? You've done so much talking that we can already tell you apart by your voices.
Aren't we missing someone, though? The guy who led us here to begin with?
Who?
And thus was born the long-awaited fellowship, destined to uncover the truth of the past. Allow me to quote, if I may, in the history of Constellation Metropole, a new page has begun.
Him.
Well, there's no fourth person, so which of you is the ventriloquist? Come on, out with it.
We've never heard that voice before, but he sounds like he'd be good at reading bedtime stories to children.
Whoever it is, I don't know and I don't care. Forget about him. We have far more important things to focus on, like where our journey goes from here.
That key you hold is the pivot point about which the past and present of the Metropole revolve. However, between our 3 clans, there is some dispute over the historical record.
Each clan has its own version of history, detailing the clan's origins and the tale of the dragon of old, and unfortunately, we don't know which one is the truth.
Dragon? You mean the one that's been acting up recently?
Oh, no, not that one, you adorable little pixie. When I say dragon of old...
He means a dragon that would be really, really old if it was still with us today, but it was defeated in ancient times. The new one has nothing to do with our clan history.
Okay.
Was that supposed to be a joke? Anyway, so you've been waiting for someone to remove the key so you can finally explore the truth of the past?
Not just explore it, but argue incessantly about it. Honestly, I don't care that much. Cape's the one who's always bothering us about it.
What we need to figure out is who resolved the dragon crisis. We have to know that before we can decide which is the supreme clan.
Y'all work together.
The moment you
Answered it
removed
for
the key
you.
from where it was lodged, you became the honorary Marquis. We humbly beseech you, noble Outlander.
Call me Arlok.
Noble Traveler Marquis, we ask you to help us. You and your talking Puss in Boots and the pale floating pixie.
Boots? Are you serious? It's better than demon feline, but still.
Embrace it, my friend, embrace it. Most cats don't wear boots or speak, do they?
I'm not even a cat, I'm a Nekomata. Now that you know the word, I expect you to use it.
Please allow me to lead you all to a sacred memorial site. It will be much easier to explain what needs to be done once we are there.
Cape leads the party to so-called sacred memorial site.
This place is sacred to my clan. It's where our brave forefathers once took up arms against the dragon of old. After a bitter battle that dragged on for many days and nights, finally, our forefathers fought the dragon into submission, and it fled. They took turns, though. Some forefathers worked the day shift, while others worked the night shift.
So they work shifts while the poor dragon had to work around the clock?
So they say. It's just a legend, though.
Wait a second? Did I just hear you admit that your clan's history is just a legend?
History, legend, who cares? My clan was definitely courageous, that's the point. That's the truth. And isn't the truth what we've all been arguing about non-stop for all these years?
Cape's words gave the traveler food for thought. Could it be that the truth in a fictional world is equivalent to fiction in the real world? But that would have to wait. Apparently, Cape was not alone in his pilgrimage to this sacred site. unwanted company had arrived. The traveler and the talking cat, Nekomata, decided to teach them some manners.
Get the players her? Yep. Of course. I know I have her, I just haven't used her yet. Oh, she's still... Oh, right, and I can do this when I hold it down.
True display of heroism and valor. It was as if the spirits of my ancestors were fighting through you.
Here's a thought. Could be wrong, but maybe the Traveler Marquis is a lot more powerful than your ancestors.
Technically, by saying that, aren't you implicitly acknowledging them? Your martial prowess and show of courage are a more vivid reenactment of my ancestors' feats that suit the modern aesthetic. Now,
Her.
let's get down to business. As we all know, time is but an illusion. Time may flow line by line, page by page, or frame by frame, but usually it flows in the form of springs and gears.
And that clockwork key you have in your hand can turn back time and make the past reappear.
Well, actually, my view is that the illusion of time is more of a problem of consciousness. Gears power the body, while the body is the vessel of the conscious mind. But the mind cannot understand the dimension of time, so we experience instead an endless continuum of moments as the pinion of now turns along the rack of ages.
I'm getting flashbacks to when I was delivering packages to the Sumeru Academia.
A teacher once asked Albizzi what his greatest fear was, and he replied, dragons. Boberano was asked the same question. He replied, time, and repeated the argument we just heard. The teacher then turned to Cape and posed the same question. He replied, Boberano.
The manuscript that tells the truth
That's
of the
funny,
historical
actually.
record, the blueprint to all of creation, the work of the great mage themselves.
Paimon didn't follow all that, but basically...
Exactly. It is said that in the beginning, the goddess of creation took the goddess of fate's manuscript as a blueprint, placed it under the goddess of prophecy's starry realm, and generated the world from a few magic arrays. So in a few moments, when the great clockwork key turns the local time here back to the very beginning, we will restore the magic arrays back to their original configurations.
Hold on, isn't stealing part of the blueprint of creation a little dangerous? Also, how are we supposed to know the original configurations of the magic arrays?
Well, the general shapes of the configurations have been passed down over the ages. They now form the family crests of each of our clans. So you'll just need to reference my family crest and join the dots accordingly.
Where's it start? Alright. Backwards Z with an upward bit at the bottom.
To address your other concern, when the house has already been built, do you really think that taking away the construction crew and blueprint will cause it to collapse?
The Traveler Marquis prepares to insert the great clockwork key into the nearby keyhole.
Oh, starts there.
I guess we should start here?
A reward on the...
Behold, the sacred writings that record the truth of... No, wait. That have shaped the truth of history. Gather round and let us bear witness.
Okay. Read this one. Brave Francois mounted the haystack, picked up a fork, and planted it tines down atop the mountain of grass. behind him was a large red moon. He shouted out the names of everyone in the village. The village chief was first to be named, and so frightened was he that he wished to climb up the haystack and stop up Francois's mill. Are you crazy? You're yelling so loudly the dragon might show up. You're good for nothing. Have you not seen how the windmill everyone's built has been destroyed by the dragon? Here you are, worrying if it'll return. Francois really would have loved to kick him off the haystack, but held back, given that the chief, too, was worried for this villager's safety. Francois saw that nigh all the villagers had arrived, and so he cleared his throat. Dear neighbors and kin, think you still we must endure this? No, of course not, but we cannot... No, of course not, but we cannot do anything about the dragon, said the grocer. Who says so? Did I not leap onto its neck from the windmill blades, stepping on it twice, and did it not fall down and flee? Perhaps everyone worked so hard to build the mill that was destroyed, everyone's emotions because inflamed the fists, they decided to talk in the dragon. But Francois lifted his own hands and calmed the crowd. Let us go home for today, everyone. Everyone's present lack of self-preservation is not bravery, but rather wrath. If we yet desire to face danger after calming ourselves, only then may we truthfully call our sentiment valor. So everyone went home, and the next day there were still many youngsters who wished to follow Francois and take on the wicked dragon. Who would have known that the valiant possessed the protection of the goddess's radiant charter? Encountering true valor, the dragon could neither spout fire nor slash with claws, and was forced to allow the other party to call pauses and switch personnel. And so, after several days and nights of fierce fighting, the wicked dragon could no longer bear it, and chose to surrender.
Feast your eyes, rejoice, and cheer, for this is the unquestionable truth. Look at the signature. Nobody is capable of forging that.
I don't believe it. So, all along, our histories have been false?
Don't lose heart, Albizzi. It does not follow from his is true that ours are false.
That might be the most bogus logic I've ever heard. But keep up the mental gymnastics, Boberano. I've been waiting for that look of jealousy on your face my whole life, and I'm gonna savor it.
And yet, it seemed that this conundrum could indeed have more than one solution. Everyone agreed that there may be more than one truth. The party decided to visit the sacred sites of the other clans and see what their documents had to say.
Isn't a narrator supposed to remain detached and objective? It feels like you're forcing a narrative agenda on us here. Well, whatever. I'm in a good mood. Let's do it. The instructions say to repeat the process 3 times, and besides, I'm looking forward to watching you both be sorely disappointed.
Let's do my clan next. I'll lead the way.
We'll need the key again, right? Let me see if I can pull it out. Yoink!
Also, when it comes to the side activities that they've given us, I did, I think, one of these and just said, no, that's boring, and gave up. Did everything else, though. This one's already fully complete, and this one will likely have another location up at the end of the world, as will one of these, I'm sure. Oh.
The party finds no pedestal in which to place the great clockwork key, only a locked door.
Where's your clan's pedestal? Oh, let me guess, you hid it away in advance to save yourself the embarrassment of having it exposed as a fake?
You done? Okay. Now, since my clan's main claim to fame is...
Misinformation, half-truths, and fabrication.
Ah, shut up, Cape.
Shut up, Cape.
And the
I
narrator.
swear, if I wind up dead one day, the murderer was Bobarano. Let those be my last words.
My clan's claim to fame is that we outwitted the dragon of old and stole its treasure. Ergo, all articles of value that we own, including the pedestal for the clockwork key, lie behind that door.
So, next step is open the door?
Almost. There's one step before that. The door is protected by a smart interrogation system. We have to answer its questions, and if we get them wrong, we will alert law enforcement.
Jeez. Well, do you at least know the answers?
The correction fluid of time has dyed white the pages of the Book of Wisdom. No, I don't know the answers. But worry not. I had a quick word with the constabulary in advance. They'll ignore the alarm if we get the questions wrong, so answer without fear.
No response from the door, and nothing unusual about it.
Question 1. Who is it?
Traveler Marquis and his right.
The great yokai, Nekomata in boots.
And the trusty travel guide, Pixie! Travel guide.
Question 2. By which virtue did the ancients defeat the dragon?
He just said that that they outwitted it. So.
If this is the right answer, I swear I'll...
Correct!
What? A barefaced lie. So low.
Question 3. Which is more real? The fiction of the outside world, or the truth of this world?
They're equally real.
Hear, hear! Who can be sure that the outside world isn't just a dream? And that when the dreamer wakes up, they
Already a
will
chest.
just find themselves inside a novel? There is no way to know, therefore both are equally real.
All correct. You may have the key pedestal.
Door opens and puff of smoke wafts out.
Traveler
Smoke clears.
Marquis,
Ta-da.
you know what must be done. Please insert the great clockwork key. Oh, and this is my family crest.
It's a key. I don't know if it starts at the bottom or the top again, but oh, I don't remember seeing this building when exploring before.
Do we really need this one?
A reward on the...
Now, let me see what
elaborate fiction the Clan of Wisdom was able to conjure up.
If anyone's listening, I would like to submit these as my last words. I surrender. I'm the one who murdered Cape.
Wise Antonio, in the basement of the crumbling house, began reading the ancient book he had found. His oil lamp shook from time to time as the swaying structure above ground collapsed. The village was to be symbolically raised by the dragon, and he had been chosen by the dragon, for he had not returned home. But Antonio did not care. He only wished to study the book the old lady had given him on the bridge he passed today. The book was titled The Radiant Charter, probably. And within was the rules that every in Simulanka must follow. It was written in the language of world's creation at the very start, and if Antonio was not possessed of extraordinary wisdom and deciphered this primordial text, there would have been no study to be had. The book recorded no solutions as to resolving the difficulty that the constellation's satellite presently faced, nor did it contain any hexes that could aid Antonio in repairing his own home. But he knew that wisdom was the mightiest thing in the world. The morning light shone through the ruins of his home, and the neighboring blacksmith and chubby chief but took great pains to get rid of the house's wreckage, which blocked the basement hatch. With dark circles about his eyes, Antonio said to the chubby chief, "I shall defeat the dragon. I will return soon." "Are you sure you're all right? You don't look like you got any sleep. Just smoke from the oil lamp. Don't worry about it." The dragon sat atop a mountain of treasures, gazing down at insignificant little Antonio, walking closer. Flames gathered in its throat, preparing to burn the area 1 centimeter before him. All the better to scare this puny, foolish creature away. "Halt! I am a qualified second-class..." Wait. Oh, okay, that's Antonio. "Halt! I am a qualified second-class Meister. The Radiant Charter states that should I refuse a duel, you cannot use force." The restriction did indeed exist, and so the wicked dragon swallowed its flames whole. Ah, how it dreaded going to the toilet tomorrow. Antonio, for his part, had not expected that the second-class rust-clearing Meister qualification exam he had taken on a lark would come in useful. "And since I am a second-class Meister, I propose a duel of riddles. You cannot refuse." Now, Similanka had just such a law, mainly for the benefit of sphinxes, old sages, and princesses who wish to make life hard for others. The evil dragon had not expected this rule to catch up with it. "I shall ask the first question. My house sold for 8,000 more yesterday, but I thought there was room to raise the price. So I bought it back for 9,000, planning to sell it for 10. How much more did I lose in the end?" The dragon laughed in contempt. "What's so hard about that? You could have waited until it hit 10,000 to make your move, but you sold for 8 and bought for 9, so you lost 1,000 more, and you could have earned instead." "Wrong. You burned my house down yesterday, and I couldn't sell it in time, so I've lost far more." "Sorry, I mean, I do have to burn a house, and you happen not to be home, so I might as well hit one that doesn't result in any loss of life." Now that you have lost this contest, I have the right to loot of the same value as your life, minus 1 mora. And considering that you've burned my house, I can seek damages. Let's assume that my house is worth just 1 mora. Well then, wicked dragon, you know what to do with yourself? "Please, spare me. I'll give you anything." "Your words, not mine," Antonio said as he pulled out a contract he'd written long ago. Thus did Antonio use his wisdom to take all the evil dragon's treasures. The dragon, devastated, would never again return to attack Constellation Satellite, where Antonio lived. Many years later, a child asked Antonio, "You sold your place for 8,000 and spent 9,000 buying it back. So it looks like you actually did lose 1,000 mora."
Look! My clan's history is true as well! There's that same unforgeable signature again, right here!
What?
What?
Oh, does this mean that my clan is the only odd one out?
Given that my clan's wisdom is such a subject of ridicule in your eyes, I will now appeal to my own personal intelligence, which I believe far surpasses that of my clan at large, and make a prediction. It seems likely that the claims made by each of our clans regarding their history and virtue are all true.
Oberano? How can that be?
Oh, I get what's going on. Once, when I was drinking with Gujiyai, she bet me a round of dried fish that I couldn't guess which cup the umeboshi was under. Whichever one I guessed, I was always wrong, and Gujiyai would lift a different cup to reveal the umeboshi. But then, I learned later from one of the shrine maidens, Miyuki, that all of the cups had an umeboshi under them. Just goes to show, I still got a long way to go before I become a great yokai.
Oh, don't mind Fox Lady. That's just her way of teasing you.
Actually, that reminds me. We can now open these 3 treasure chests. And unlike the guessing game you mentioned, this one's not a trick.
Cool. Well, once you've plundered the last of Oberano's family wealth, we can go to my clan's place.
The time has come to...
Guess I'll take the clockwork key again then. Yoink!
Paimon's curious to see what this end-of-the-world place is like. Come on, let's go meet the others at the station.
Same time as One chest left in the city. Double check. I don't think I have. Yeah, only 5. I'm not gonna do one of these things. I've been over to this area before. I was confused about why it wouldn't let me do anything until I checked. Gotta be.
The cohort of truth seekers followed Albizzi to his clan's sacred site. They arrived to the site of a giant guard towering over them.
Up ahead is my clan's gigantified guard. He can be a little pig-headed, and he's incredibly strong. Your weapons won't even scratch him.
Wait, but wasn't Kappe's clan the one that's all about strength? So, what do you guys believe in then?
Oh, the guard is one of Kappe's people. Size is a coveted trait in the clan of strength, after all. Mine is the clan of empathy, and our key contribution is growth serum.
What's empathetic about that?
Our ancestors believed that, just maybe, the dragon of old didn't mean us any harm at all. Perhaps the dragon simply didn't notice us, since we are so very tiny. So, they drank the growth serum and grew even larger than the dragon. Then, they set the dragon down, calmly explained their perspective, and eventually taught it how to empathize. The serum isn't what it once was, though. Nowadays, it doesn't make you grow all that much, and it actually makes you lose your empathy. So, I advise we take a detour.
Despite Albizzi's words of caution, somebody, no doubt, has other ideas. Surely we could avoid a conflict with the guard, they think to themselves, if we could just try to understand one another. You could, of course, just take the path to your left and go around, but...
Why is my own clan treating me like a villain?
You've been away too long. We all have. Feels like we've been waiting forever.
Tried exploring around that way before.
We should be getting close.
Point,
Why is this place so full of junk? Are you the kind of people who never throw away the box when you buy something because you're worried you won't be able to return it without the original packaging? We'll never find the Oracle Pillars in all this mess.
Never mind that. We have a more pressing issue. It seems there's a slight problem with my clan's family crest. The Marquis may need to utilize their wisdom to solve the issue.
Lovely.
Wisdom too, huh? Well, you guys have a bit of everything, don't you? Except empathy.
Over here! Yes! Keep the noise down! We don't want to alert the guard.
I feel like I'm gonna do that.
I'll go keep watch.
Can't you destroy the boxes a little more quietly?
No, I can't.
Apparently that was incorrect. But don't blame yourself, it's Albizi's clan's fault for taking terrible care of their family crest. How could they let something so important get so dirty?
Oh.
A reward on this is the last one.
Galileo and Alberto did many good deeds again today. Though it was most tiring to help the old lady on the bridge remove her barrels of hard apple cider, they each got a small barrel as a reward. The moonlight was unobstructed and beautiful, and the two good friends climbed up the high wall that had been built to stave the evil dragon off. Alberto lost the rock paper scissors match, so he had to hold the barrel of cider under the crook of his arm as they climbed the ladder. Look, this is the big house that our chubby chief was so proud of. Doesn't look so big from here, huh? Said Alberto, as he was looking at the house. You're wrong. That's my home, said Galileo. The chief's house is that one. Alberto's night vision was not all that good, and moonlight could never compare to the daylight. If one were to close one's eyes, the light could not be seen at all. He tried a little harder, but could discern nothing more. But it's also really small, Galileo continued, so there's nothing wrong with your statement. Galileo and Alberto were both rather perceptive people. Galileo's reply covered for Alberto's discomfort. I think it's supposed to be discomfort, regarding his poor vision. While Alberto also lost the rock, paper, scissors match on purpose so that he could carry the cider barrel, because the gears under Galileo's ribs were injured. Here's to you. The two friends raised a toast once Alberto stuffed the cork back into the barrel. The next day, the two gathered everyone in the village plaza. First, they apologized for the collapse of the anti-dragon wall and told all the people they were preparing to have a talk with the evil dragon. I know it was a lot of work for everyone to fix that wall, but we're not that fussed about it anyway. The chubby chief said. But are you sure you're not bragging when you say you knocked it down yourselves? Of course, it was not the chief's point. That was not the chief's point. He too was a good person. He continued. Also, it's too dangerous to seek the dragon out. Don't worry about us. And so the two best friends in the world departed. The evil dragon trembled before Alberto and Galileo. For some reason, the old lady's liquor could make people grow very, very strong, very large. That was how they accidentally squashed the high walls the previous night. As they gazed down at the ground far below, they more or less understood how the dragon thought. No wonder it could accidentally destroy the village at its feet. So long as they could get the dragon to notice people, they could surely come to an understanding. The two friends thus drank all the remaining magic cider, becoming even larger than the dragon by a good margin. Reeking of alcohol, they sandwiched the dragon between them. Drunkenly tried reasoning with it. The dragon shriveled up in terror, all of its majesty and fell aura gone forever. Indeed, it looked kind of pitiful. Alberto attempted to pick dirt off the scales of the dragon's back, but wound up picking off an entire scale. The dragon sought to flee, but Galileo, fearing that the crisis might persist for 10,000 years more if the misunderstanding was not cleared up, tugged its tail and dragged it right back.
To be honest, we've always lived under your feet, but we are far too small, so you may not have ever seen us. Now, we transformed and become big.
Galileo said.
So now, surely you must know that we dwell at your feet.
The dragon nodded repeatedly, and thus did the two and the dragon chat all night. And believing the goal of mutual understanding achieved, the two set off along the road home.
The signature. So it's true. Empathy is one of the founding virtues of Constellation Metropole, too.
Just as we suspected, all three are the truth.
Okay. Well, this is a lot to process. I feel a little empty inside. Yes, we found the truth, but there's too much truth.
I get you. It's like in Inazuma, when there were only 6 books in the Mirage Warrior series, it was really popular. But by the time book number 88 came out, nobody wanted to read it. They'd all lost interest.
A brief moment of joy is drowned out by a growing feeling of melancholy. But perhaps there is a glimmer of hope to be found too? Anyone? Anyone? All right, I'll say it. How is it the case that these 3 versions of history can all be true at once?
That's exactly what Paimon was wondering, but Boborano kind of already explained it away earlier. So Paimon was worried she'd look stupid for asking the question.
It's not a stupid question at all, my dear little pixie. While I did postulate that different truths may coexist, there is an issue when it comes to these 3 truths in particular. The problem is, all 3 truths are the history of the exact same thing, namely the dragon and the Metropole's origins. Yet all 3 bear the signature, showing that they're genuine.
Suddenly, the sound of a bell rings out.
The bell! It rang once! What does that mean again? Ah, yes! Highest level of emergency! Everyone, to the main entrance! Stat! Bring all the glue traps and place them outside the gates!
The whole city is on the lookout, and there's only one way out. It's the path right in front of you.
Why'd they ring the bell anyway? Also, why is 1 ring the highest level of emergency?
Obviously because you have to respond fast when it's an emergency. It'd be a bit too late if they waited till the 99th ring.
Still be needing this clockwork key, but I yoinked it out before we ran, just in case.
Okay, but back to the truth problem. There are 3 conflicting versions of the truth, and somehow they're all still true. What is that supposed to mean?
It means they
I don't
happened
know.
in an order.
I doubt anyone here in Simulanka can make sense of it. All we do know is that any manuscript bearing her signature has to be valid.
Well, she is the goddess of fate, the creator of all this. And all these manuscripts are her grand design.
The reason we argued about who was right was that we didn't know enough about the truth of the past. But now we have the truth. So we just have to accept it. As surely as we will follow the clockwork path designed for us, so is this the course that history has taken. It is clear and incontrovertible.
We will never argue again. Thank you all.
Is that all there is to it? Is this where the decision made at the first crossroads of destiny has led us to? A pointlessly happy ending? Overthinking it would be equally pointless. Well, that's enough for one day. Time to take a break.
Could you be any more cryptic? You're planning something. Paimon knows it.
Whatever happens, today was a breakthrough in my journey of discovery. I will go back and share it with my clan.
Me too.
And me.
Let's leave it there for today then. I'm sure we'll find out what else Mr. Narrator has planned for us tomorrow.
Did wait long enough for the main bit. Good, we got right before midnight, so we don't have to wait that long.
What a beautiful day, thought the traveller, before he was overcome by a creeping sense of foreboding. The voice in his head grew louder. Must go to Pendulum Lane.
happened here after all. Everyone's crowded around.
This is different.
Oh my
Nothing here
god, this
before.
is terrible! I don't understand. The three great clans of Constellation Metropole have finally made peace with each other. Who could have done this?
What happened? Oh no, someone's lying on the ground. Cappe!
How did this happen?
Cappe, you idiot! Wake up! You need to revise your last words or everyone's gonna start suspecting me!
Last words? What did he say?
If I wind up dead one day, the murderer was Boberano.
Ugh, you could have at least pretended to not remember it.
I'm sorry, Boberano, but this is an interrogation. I have to give the detectives straight answers.
Don't worry, Boberano. I don't consider you a suspect, nor do I have the authority to charge anyone with a crime. So, are you the last people to have had contact with him?
Yeah?
My sincere condolences. You were travel companions, right? It's a real tragedy. I'm afraid he'll be out cold for another hour and a half, at least.
Huh?
Yeah, I know. It's despicable. Hitting someone in the back of the head is the second worst act of cruelty there is. The first being replacing their gear oil with extra strong glue.
Oh dear.
So, Cappe's not dead?
Just not
His gears, metal frame, and shell are all still in excellent condition. It's just his energy supply that's been all messed up. Wait. But surely you can't be suggesting that just because Cappe isn't broken, there's no need to go looking for the culprit.
No, there's a need. Huge need.
Unfortunately, this is rapidly turning into a cold case. There's no evidence and no witnesses. Unless there's an official clockwork pedestal, the goddess of prophecy around here somewhere. Excuse me.
Are you the narrator?
Then suddenly the long-lost dragon of old flew across the sky.
Where?
Nope, sorry, my mistake.
I didn't see anything. Wait, why can't I move?
My mistake. It was just a cloud. Or a bird. Or something. If only we could turn time backwards and replay the crime.
Isn't that one of those, clockwork socket things right behind you?
So it is. No wonder everyone here is suddenly
detectives.
struggling to move. Traveller, if you please, let's recreate the crime scene.
The crime scene's too chaotic. I can't make heads or tails of it.
He just tripped?
Well, that clears it up. Cappe was walking along the street, then he suddenly collapsed. He was faking it.
What? So case closed? Aren't you supposed to investigate a little more first?
Well, we literally replayed the crime scene and saw it with our own eyes. There's no need for any evidence gathering or powers of deduction now. And besides, maybe the truth is inherently strange by nature. Like how Constellation Metropole has 3 histories, each of which is the truth.
But didn't you say Cappe was struck in the back of the head and knocked unconscious?
For all I know, he could have bashed his head against a toilet bowl before leaving the house, then walked here in a daze before finally passing out. As for why he might have done that, my guess is... With the Supreme Clan question left unanswered and the tension in Constellation Metropole suddenly wiped away, he was looking to create a new source of conflict. Only then would the city feel alive again.
Do we really think he's capable of that, though? Sounds like like a pretty complicated conspiracy for the average Simulanka resident.
Traveler, something about the crime scene isn't sitting right with me. It just seems unnatural. Also, anything outside of the immediate area won't have appeared in the replay. Is it possible that something was missing from the scene? Why don't we search the area?
Wait, what are you doing?
Oh, we're gonna...
Yeah, bad excuse.
A pickaxe? What is it doing all the way down here? There's gotta be a story behind it. Let's take it.
Hello there. Have you seen my spear by any chance? Someone was shouting about a dragon a minute ago, and I instinctively threw it into the sky. Yeah.
It's up here.
There's a spear here. It looks so mysterious. Let's take it.
You're not from these parts, are you? Just visiting?
Yep, that's right. Why? What's up?
Ah, well, I was gonna offer you a great job in the Titanium mines. A safe and secure working environment.
Doesn't sound...
To keep the titanium ore intact, we use specially designed pickaxes that can't cut through it. Even if you struck a person with it, it wouldn't so much as leave a scratch. And in terms of labor intensity, the work has been rated as Class 2 physical labor by a reputable organization. Even cats can do it.
I'm not... Never mind. I give up.
Welcome to Paimon's world.
Mind you, I don't know what happened today, but somehow a pickaxe has gone missing. Maybe one of the giant guards broke it down, so someone took it to perform a rapid resuscitation procedure.
Sounds pretty brutal for a first aid technique. Still, a missing pickaxe.
Here's your missing pickaxe, and here's your missing
Come here. Whatever it is you were looking to buy, please do come back tomorrow. It's just, I have to close early today. A bottle of growth serum has gone missing. If someone's stolen it with the intention of harming others, the consequences could be disastrous. There's a whole investigation into it, so I gotta close the shop while I do an inventory count. If it turns out I'm wrong and I miscounted, I could be charged with filing a false report and disturbing the peace.
There's a strange potion bottle here. Looks so weird. Let's take it.
Likely it was the pickaxe.
Let's say
Know where
one of
everything
these was
came
the weapon used in the assault. Which one do you think it is?
If it was the pickaxe, Cappe sure is lucky it's not still lodged in his head.
Actually, you're wrong there, Paimon. The foreman at the mine was just saying, this kind of pickaxe is designed not to damage titanium, so it couldn't cause any superficial damage to residents here. But you could probably knock someone out if you hit them hard enough, and it wouldn't leave a scratch. Let's take this back to the crime scene and replay it one more time.
Ah, you're back. How was the toilet?
Toilet? What about it? Oh, yeah, forget
It was
that.
the bad excuse. Take a look.
What's this about? What are you trying to say?
We thought the way Cappe fell looked odd, so we searched the area for suspicious items and found this. It could have been deliberately placed out of range of the crime scene so it wouldn't show up when we replayed it. Now we've retrieved it, we were gonna replay it again. You don't mind, do you?
Oh, I just remembered I forgot to turn off the clockwork switch in my kitchen. Yeah, I think I'll just...
Oh, no, you stay right there.
Yep.
We should be good now.
Yep. Watch the whole scene. Here's the pickaxe.
So you're the attacker!
Look for a dragon while I throw this away.
So, it was you!
I would congratulate you for cracking the case, but since I did such an abysmal job of covering my tracks, didn't exactly have your work cut out for you. So, all I can say is... catch me if you can!
Really?
We have a runner! That's it! Let me at him!
Let me
The would-be
move!
Marquis of Carabas dispatched the Necromancer in boots, who ran off in pursuit of the poor little
Go
minion.
walls.
The minion's poor little lower back was protesting painfully against the intense physical activity. He decided to take the elevator, giving him a moment to catch his breath. Really? His lower back asked. But the minion had no other choice. He resolved to make the jump down. By this point, the Necromancer in boots was gasping for air. The minion was huffing and puffing, even more loudly. But we'll ignore that.
I'm not! Don't underestimate the gold-level courier of the Comania Express!
A characteristically catty response from the Necromancer. Tell me, what do you hope to gain from bullying me?
I get to let off some steam!
Ha-ha! You fell into my trap. In fact, all the glue in this world is created by me, using my narrator powers. I make it and the residents just gather what they need.
Okay, let me do a thing.
Rats! Oh, I'm so jealous of you guys right now. You can just jump out of your shoes and keep running, but I...
The unnamed minion made a last-ditch escape attempt. He began his long climb, up the wall, the tall wall. He began his long climb up the tall wall.
You call that?
I'm beat. I surrender.
I didn't know her power could
You've got
run up
nowhere
walls
left to
like that.
run.
That's cool.
All right. I confess.
That was fast.
Getting caught by you here was a backup plan. I don't know if what I've done will make things better or not. Time to come clean. I am the narrator, the one who's been guiding you all this time.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay, I guess my voice acting skills have some room for improvement. Anyway, I only did what I did because...
Why are you suddenly spilling the beans?
I poured my heart and soul into all this. I was worried you wouldn't ask. The truth is, I was one of the first conscious beings ever made by the goddess of creation. And I've known for a long time that this whole world is just a fairy tale written by the goddess of fate.
Huh.
I know they say that fairy tales are just made up for kids to read, but I refuse to believe that fairy tales are just fictional stories and nothing more. The reason why Constellation Metropole has 3 origin stories is that the goddess of fate wrote 3 drafts and couldn't decide which one she liked best. Then her cat trod all over them, and they all got crumpled together, so the 3 worlds just sort of folded into one. The goddess of fate was torn between them anyway, since she couldn't decide which ending was best for the dragon or the kids. So when she saw what the cat had done, she simply decided to go with all three.
Who would have thought? Well, what does any of this have to do with what you did?
You're not a fictional character, so you couldn't hope to understand my sorrow. Honestly, I don't think there's anyone in all of Simulanka who would understand. Every day that I experience, every interaction I have with another person, is it really all just a work of fiction? The only reason the three great clans wanted to find out the truth was for the pointless task of electing the supreme clan. I thought that once they'd learned the truth, it might make them curious enough to investigate further. But as it turned out, they just accepted it and carried on living the same old lives. I have to motivate them to keep looking for answers now that they think they've learned the truth. I have to make them uncomfortable with the superficial explanation that they took at face value. And I have to figure out, once and for all, while you real people from the outside world are still here, are we real?
Aww.
That's my full confession.
Existential
Time
crisis.
for you to take me back. I'm guessing I'll probably be forced to make a public apology, then sentenced to half a day in solitary confinement. I definitely deserve half a day. Oh, also, pass this message on to Cape Bobarano and Albizzi if you could. The Great Clockwork Key was originally put in place jointly by the ancestors of the three clans. If the three of them had any ability to cooperate whatsoever, they'd have been able to remove it by themselves. Over all these years, not once have they ever tried removing it together.
Oh, my poor child. There's one thing you've been mistaken about this whole time.
Ah! Whose voice is that? Detective? Was that you? Your voice acting's actually pretty good.
No, that was the
The
goddess
reason fairy tales are suitable for children is that they help them to understand the world. Fairy tales may be works of fiction, but at their heart lies an internal logic that is undoubtedly real-world truth in a condensed form. Perhaps they simplify good and evil, and perhaps they hide the darkness in metaphors. But let there be no doubt. The world within fairy tales is as real as can be, and by extension, you and your compatriots are also real.
Goddess! Is it really you?
The line that separates footnotes from narrative can never be crossed. Never the two shall meet. This is why you have never heard my voice before. But now you wish to break free from the story, and there's a cat nearby, so you can hear my echo.
Echo Mata!
Just your echo?
Oh, poor detective.
So, we are a part of the real world too.
Lead the surrendered detective back to Kepe. We need a shot of the crime scene for evidence, a mugshot of the suspect for the records, and a photo of the heroes for posterity. The guard mulled it over. 3 photos is overkill. Let's just get one big group photo at the crime scene. Suspect, try and look more serious. Heroes, more natural, please. Happy smiles. But no smiling from the victim or their friends and family, thank you. No, don't get up. Stay on the ground. We need to capture the crime scene as is. 3, 2, 1, say cheese! Okay, that's pretty funny. Weirdest photo experience of my life.
My head's spinning. Albizzi just gave me a quick rundown of the situation. So you caught the detective?
Sorta. We chased him until he surrendered. Oh, and he asked us to pass on a message.
Tell the 3 about the rest of what happened. That they could have removed the Great Clockwork Key if they just worked together.
Does he really think we didn't try that? 'Cause we did. After 6 months in that place.
Ah, that was my bad. I thought it was a stupid idea at the time, so I didn't really exert myself.
I I also sort of stopped trying after 3 years.
Never mind. I'm partly to blame as well. On the second attempt, I just hugged the key and pretended like I was pulling as hard as I could.
You guys are so lazy. My granny's neighbor's pet cat has nothing on you, and it spends all day, every day sunbathing.
Anyway, you said you heard the voice of the goddess of fate at the end? That's amazing.
There is a world beyond our own after all.
What would you guys say to taking a trip to the outside world sometime? Otherwise, I got bashed in the back of the head for nothing.
Depends. Do either of you know how to get there? But yes, I agree we should go. And not invite the detective, just to annoy him. But maybe the reason we've never worried about whether we're real or not is that, unlike him, we weren't there to witness the creation of this world. We've never had any reason to doubt that we're real. If someone ever convinced me that these delightful dimwits, Cape and Albizzi, weren't real, I'd be devastated.
Alright. Narration footnotes complete. Text Coda, wait until 2 days later. Yeah, we're not going to do that one yet, I think. Oh, I didn't get that yet. So, we will walk there. We're in the right part of town. Okay. Yeah, those are kind of like the still voiced side quests. Why would you ever... Ah, last one of these. Take a pickaxe and titanium not too heavy. There aren't any good spots to hide things around here. How about somewhere near the seats in the station? Maybe that was number 4. It said that the last one was near the station. Like, alright, I'll wait until we actually go there.
Carriage inspection, check. Wheel and axle inspection, check. Power inspection.
Good morning, Mr. Wheel.
Oh, good morning, heroes of Simulanka.
Hey, our old friend Wheel is the driver again. That already puts Paimon at ease.
Are you certain you don't want us to accompany you, Your Majesty?
I am. You can leave the dragon slaying to us. My partner's a pro. He does it all the time.
Flatter me. I've only fought 2 or 3.
What remarkable friends Her Majesty has. With such great heroes by your side, I'm sure you'll best the dragon with ease. We won't keep you any longer.
All right, then. Look after the city for me while I'm gone.
Yes, Your Majesty. Just leave it to us.
I think we're all set. Time to depart.
Next stop, the end of the world!
Huh. I'm sure they're gonna have Yep.
Is this an answer from this world?
This is my final treasure. I hope you enjoy finding it. Now I'd like to go to the end of the world, down by the sea. Maybe there'll be somewhere deeper.
So this is what it feels like to ride a toy train.
Ooh, you're really easy to please, Navia.
Looks like the fog ahead is getting thicker.
A Attention, passengers. We've arrived at the transfer point. All change, please, all change.
So we've got to switch trains, right? Huh? What's that?
It looks like... Haley Churls, they've taken over that platform!
Huh? What do we do?
Just find somewhere to hide, Mr. Wheel. We'll take care of them.
Heads up! Retribution!
No damage. No, I know how to do this.
Yeah.
More? Not after. Get off of there!
Whew. That's all of them.
Thank you so much for your help, everyone. Now, let me take a look at the train. The carriage is a little scratched up, but there doesn't seem to be any real damage. And the engine's still operating normally, so I think we're good to go.
Wonderful. Let's keep going then.
Turns out I didn't have lunch or breakfast or anything else. So I said, hey, let me get a bit more than you. Ended up just getting stuff. So oh. Nope. Have wind gliders, people. Oh.
Go forth and witness this world, make sure to be nice to everyone. I leave it to you.
Are you okay, Miss Nilu? I'm fine, but I think the traveler is still unconscious. We're lucky this guy caught us on the way down.
Oh!
Passed out from a little fall, did ya? How fragile.
What's up,
Cut him some
Silas?
slack. The traveler's had a rough few days. We should just let him nap for a bit. But my leg's falling asleep. You couldn't have set him down on the grass over there, Hat Guy?
Ha! I go out of my way to save 4 people who fall out of the sky, and now you're nitpicking my choice of soft landing? That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
He's awake.
Morning, sunshine. You were having a nice little dream there, weren't you? Not gonna lie, it was kind of adorable. You and your friends fell from the top of that waterfall, and you passed out along the way. Guess someone couldn't keep it together.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Sorry to break it to you, but crashing into the ground doesn't take you to another world. That kind of thing only happens in those stupid light novels they sell in Inazuma.
Also, he kind of, set you down in Nilu's lap, so that's where you've been napping all this time.
Paimon!
Sorry.
Oh, no. It's all right. I'm just glad you're okay. You didn't hit your head, did you? Is the dizziness gone?
A lot better, but it seemed like someone was talking in my head just now.
Really? What did they say?
Go forth and witness this world. Be nice to them.
The fog you see around here can have a hallucinatory effect. Apparently, it's the work of that dragon. Maybe you inhaled some while you were freaking out on your way down.
Traveler, Nilu, do you know this hat guy person? Oh yeah, he's a student at the academia. We met during the last Interdarshan Championship. He was representing the Vahumana Darshan. Well then, hello there, friend. I'm Navia, the president of Spina di Rosula. It's very nice to meet you. So, should I just call you Hat Guy as well? Seems like that's what everyone's calling you.
Sure. Whatever.
Wait, Hat Guy. What's that sword around your waist?
Boy sword!
An unwelcome encumbrance, that's what. I've had it ever since I woke up here. Tried to toss it, but no matter what I do, it always reappears. Such a pain. Anyway, if any of you want the hero sword, you can have it.
Wait, it's called what?
The hero sword. Meant to be wielded by the hero. I know. Me of all people, right? The irony.
What? You're the hero of this world?
Will you calm down? It's just a dumb title.
Oh, it's just that this entire time, we thought we were the heroes of the prophecy.
Well, if it means that much to you, you're welcome to claim the title. You'd be doing me a favor.
Good, actually.
That's not the point! The real question is, if you're the hero, then where the heck have you been all this time?
Looking for a way out. I heard there's a boat in this area that can bring you to another world. So I came to investigate. But look at the state of things around here. The lighthouse collapsed. The boat won't budge. I say we try to find a different way out.
Huh. Paimon's guessing a voice told you what you were supposed to do here. That's what happened with Navia and Nilu, at least.
You expect me to take orders from some disembodied voice?
Orders.
Hey, wait, where are you going?
To find the so-called source of this world's misfortune. The dragon responsible for this whole mess.
Wait, we came here to fight the dragon as well. Why don't we go together?
Grab that dragon scale over there before you leave. It'll come in handy later.
A dragon scale?
Have you ever considered keeping your questions to yourself? Because if you actually expect me to answer them all, we'll be here until the next Interdarshan Championship.
You little... Paimon thought you might have learned some manners by now, but clearly not!
Nah, he's just tired and done with your bullshit. Oh, yeah, new area. In fact, we have the entire map now. Look at it. It's a little storybook page. The Broken Sea. All right. We got a bunch of stuff here. Apparently there's a chest all the way back here, but obviously. Toy bombs can be interacted with by pressing place bombs on special titanium blocks to destroy them. those been cleared? That would be a dragon scale.
This should do it, right? Wow, this scale is amazing. It turns everything it touches into something hard, almost like a toy block.
What?
It doesn't seem to work on us, though.
It spews out poison and transmutes everything it touches.
Your Majesty, Madam Very Brave Hero!
Will, you survived.
What are you looking at me for? He's obviously talking to you.
Mr. Wheel, you didn't get hurt when we fell, did you?
Oh, not at all. Thankfully, the young man in the hat was kind enough to lend me a hand. There seems to be a village over here. Some of the residents used to work in the titanium mines, and some came to fight the dragon, then got stuck here.
I see. I'm glad they're all safe and sound. I can try to use my magic to fold a boat to bring everyone back.
Oh, I'll help too. Still, I think we need to take care of the dragon first. We don't want it to start causing trouble when we're trying to load people onto the ship.
Apparently, the villagers often see the dragon fly into a space behind the waterfall. They think that's the location of its lair.
Then we should look around and try to find a way in.
I'll wait here for your triumphant return. Your Majesty, brave heroes, please be careful.
Okay. Am I out of them? I'm out of them. Oh no. Back. Life is like a bowl of wood chips. Never know what flavor you're in. That day I ran into the house, and everyone shouted, "Run, Diamond, run!" That's what I did. Ran clear across the floor. Clear across Constellation, clear to the titanium mines. And there was this dragon who done it. Always be on the lookout for new adventures. That's what my running's all about. Adventuring? See you around, Travis. I was right. I didn't even check the map first.
I'll keep this
I
close.
saw this and like, he wants me to sit next to him. Amazing. Fucking Forrest Gump reference of all things. I haven't even seen that movie and I got the reference. Colorful toy blocks you can occasionally see by the road. Approach and use the interact button to pick up and carry blocks of these. But don't get too far from the main body. Equipped, hold the attack button to enter splicing mode. At this time, you can move the toy building blocks to below the connection points. Before releasing the attack button to complete the splicing. Close to the installation point, press the button. Want me to hold down the attack button and then look with the normal button we look with, which is the right stick. I thought they would switch
I'll
it to
keep
the
this
left stick,
close.
so you know I could use both hands correctly. That's real stupid. Blue one was right there.
Is this an answer from this world?
Nope, mine. Gotta say though, always love some good floating islands. Oh, this one. Oh. Any
A reward on the road.
probably no option to restart it, so it's fine. All connection. Okay. Ah, good.
Is this an answer from this world?
Probably mark all these down. Too. Huh. Ah, thank Oh, this is also where we need to go. Oh, it goes back that way. Go. Parts of both previous areas, foliage, and point blocks.
through.
Quick, take out the dragon scale.
Wait, but... No. Paimon doesn't need to ask you anything. The dragon scale can turn anything it touches into toy blocks, so... Aha! You want to use it to block off the water! See? Paimon can figure things out all on her own.
Find toy matches that are missing match heads. Use the red toy blocks to replace them. Use Pyro alongside these match heads to light the matches. Just fucking get it. But love it when it happens right under me. And I wasn't expecting it.
What's wrong, Milu?
Oh, nothing. It's just... I sensed a very powerful magical signature just now. Huh. Guess this is the dragon's lair after all.
Huh? When did you put your hat on?
Well, we're getting ready to fight, aren't we? I feel more comfortable in my regular outfit. Hat Guy also put away that sword around his waist.
Should have never had to use this thing to begin with.
Do you need to do anything to prepare, Traveler? Paimon's getting kind of nervous seeing everyone all serious like this.
It does seem kind of weird that we go into the dragon's lair. It's a domain. Just in the opposite direction of everything in the new area.
Oh, looks like we're not the first ones to make it in here.
Charge! We'll beat that evil dragon.
Wait, hold on! Let's fight the dragon together!
They're already gone! Let's try to catch up! Ooh, what's that sound? Is it an earthquake? Where'd they go?
Reckless idiots.
Oh! Okay, that's cool. I realized they'd given us a new party. Okay with that. I actually like fighting as the Wanderer.
With all my strength! What's your problem?
You have a great sword here. Even if it is an axe. That's also why they decided to give her hat back. This is the only time you can play as Navia in a crown.
This space is completely empty.
My mom bets this is where the dragon sleeps.
Watch out in front. It's coming.
It's a toy dragon.
Whoa, that dragon is huge! And it just attacked us without warning! Hey there!
Oh, I see what we gotta do. Bomb. The ground beneath your feet crumbles away. You feel a sense of weightlessness as you fall into the blackness below.
Look, he's here. Ah, another new soul has joined this world. But are you sure his fate will be as you described? Of course. My predictions are never wrong. I just don't like that kind of story. Then you need only do as you said, and let him find his own story within your fairy tale. You're right. Then listen closely, my child. Your name is...
Maybe I should do a dragon voice, because this is obviously a dragon perspective. Constellation Metropole.
It's the dragon! The dragon that destroyed the titanium mines! Help! Help!
Soldiers, pick up your weapons! Destroy that monster!
Well, I guess it was still the traveler's voice. Now that I think about it. His thoughts.
How many times am I going to have to save you?
Silas, you're the only one among us who can fly.
Paimon still feels dizzy.
The dragon's memories.
Sounds like we all saw the same thing just now.
Well, we definitely saw a different side to the story. Watching it all unfold, Paimon couldn't help but feel bad for the dragon.
This world might be a lot more complicated than we thought. The next time we encounter the dragon, how about we try talking to him instead of fighting?
That sounds like a good plan. But maybe we should figure out where we ended up first.
Huh. If the world above is a fairy tale realm, then maybe we've fallen into the next page of the book.
Just keep walking and don't fall behind.
Hey, wait for us!
Can you please just stop sounding so annoying? We're still in the trial. Still in the domain.
Wow. This place looks a lot different from the dragon lair.
I mean, it's Constellation Metropole. It's based on it. Okay, I didn't see. I didn't expect that part. I was gonna jump back up so we could glide over. I didn't realize it was gonna... Now we're all hurt. That's annoying. Size hero, we're saved. That. Ah, but a chest here. A lot of combining I need to do. I only did that in mobile, and mobile had an issue logging in last time. So I need to remember to do that after this.
The wind rises.
Feeling lucky?
Behold!
Okay. You. Run.
Shouldn't be here.
He seems angry. We just want to talk to you.
Don't get any closer.
Why didn't they voice the dragon? Okay. Hurt, but I'm taking it anyway.
Our home! It was destroyed by that evil dragon!
The stars! It flew away with the Metropole stars! Oh no!
We didn't get eaten by the dragon?
The dragon just dropped us off here?
That guy! You're getting too far away!
He's just up ahead.
Is he trying to lure us somewhere? Well, I'd say we were the ones who backed him into a corner.
But we just want to ask him a few questions about his past.
He's had year after year of people coming here to try to take his head. If you ask me, his reaction is perfectly normal.
Maybe there's still something we can do to calm him down?
I wouldn't count on it. Maybe his earlier attacks were just a warning, but now he's actually getting serious. Prepare for a final battle. Sometimes it takes a little force for someone to finally wake up.
Whoa! My body's following my commands, my power, it's gone. What are we doing?
Oh, stubborn beast. You really want to get beat up that bad? Are we really gonna have to throw a bomb in its mouth?
It's about to. Trying to here. Getting real hurt. Now we can move.
Watch out! If you fall, you're on your own this time.
Ah. You're right on me. Doing pretty well for a bit. Shit. Don't do it. Look, healing. Better. Not that I'm really going to be using the Traveler in battle. Much as he is pretty strong, special moves suck. Since he's in Hydro form. Group. Bomb. Not get one. Seeing it. Survive.
Where did those two come from?
He's getting serious. Don't get hit.
fucking difficult that is? Not that mouth. Must be that one.
Now's our chance!
Wait!
Are we inside the black mist?
Are you sure you want to create this child, Em? Even after what I told you about his fate. He will be abandoned by his creator, and eventually...
I know, Bee. You've told me already. That sad story with the disappointing ending. It's what happened in the real world, isn't it? But that's exactly why I want to change things. In a different world, his story can have a happier ending. That child, his heart is so full of love.
I understand, Anya. But know that if you give him that name, his fate in Simulanka is destined to parallel that of his real-world namesake.
But there's still a chance, right? Maybe it's a shot in the dark, but I have to try. He deserves a better life. Although, he might need the help of others when the time comes.
All right, my dear. The choice is yours. Since you're so persistent, let me tell you a secret.
More boring fate talk.
Sounds pretty important, though. Might even make me walk.
I'm sorry, my child. Unlike my friends, I don't have a long time to live. All said and done, the story of my life will be shorter than the fairy tales in this book. So I will have to leave your side, I'm afraid. It's okay. It's okay. Once I'm gone, I will become a star in Simulanka and watch over you from above. If you ever feel lonely, just look up towards the sky. Go forth and witness this world, my child. Make sure to be nice to everyone. You'll meet good friends one day. I'm sure of it. That is my wish for your future. As for this world, I leave it to you.
So in the end, you were betrayed too.
Hey, Mr. Dragon. He brought you some food. You must be hungry. Shh! Quiet! We can't let anyone hear us. Everyone says you're a bad dragon, but you're always nice to me when we play together. You always help me pick flowers way up high that I can't reach. It's okay. Just keep hiding here, and tomorrow I'll...
Oh no! My child! Help! Somebody help me! Save my child! The dragon's trying to kidnap her!
No, Mom! It's not like that! Listen to me!
So you're hated by people too. So that's it. That's really your wish? To never have been born at all? That's not a fate you should wish for. Nobody can define who you are, or deny the true feelings of your heart. Now remember your name. Durin. It's all right now.
Yeah. There you are. Your tails are prehensile? Okay.
Watch out! That was a close call. Are you guys all right?
Yep, all thanks to Grara.
Back in Constellation Metropole, I heard people saying you'd gone to fight the dragon, so I followed you here. Right when I managed to catch up, I saw you fall through that hole. Wait, didn't someone else fall through just now? Shouldn't we do something?
Oh yeah, Hat Guy. Well, he can fly, so he'll probably be fine.
He called the dragon something earlier. It sounded like he said...
Durin. That's his name.
Oh, Hat Guy, you're okay. Wait, what about the dragon... Durin?
He's fine.
Durin. Oh, wait, that's the name of the dragon from Dragonspine, right? The one that became a part of the mountain after being slain by Dvalin? If Paimon remembers correctly, it was created by... Right! It was created by Rhine Daughter!
Created, you say? Huh.
So, what exactly happened down there? You've been acting weird ever since the end of the fight.
Silas tells you all about what he saw in the mist.
So that's the truth about Simulanka's evil dragon.
What we saw in the mist weren't hallucinations, but the dragon's memories.
Huh. I thought it was strange. The people around the Broken Sea are clearly stranded, but I never heard any stories about the dragon attacking the village. The people we met along the way are probably workers from the Toitanium mines, or guards who came here to claim the dragon's head. Durin probably allowed them to live here because there was nowhere else for them to go.
When I first came to this world, a voice spoke to me and said, "You are the hero of this world. Now go forth and save the dragon."
Who is the person behind this voice anyway? And why did they bring us all here?
Come with me. The answer to all this can be found below.
Well, I guess we're jumping.
Is this a study?
That's right. It belongs to the goddess of fate.
Goddess of Fate? As in one of the three goddesses who created Simulanka?
Or more precisely, M. One of the mages of the Hexenzirkel.
Hexenzirkel? As in... Sorry, Paimon shouldn't just regurgitate everything you say. It's a lot to take in.
She created the story of Durin. Well, the Simulanka version at least. These records should cover most of what you want to know, including the identities of the other two goddesses. Read them for yourselves.
The Hexenzirkel keeps popping up. Kind of a story that's always down here below every other story.
By all rights, I should have been A, since A is the first and last letter of my name. But Alice overruled me on the basis of seniority and said I should be M instead because of my middle name. She really knows how to push my buttons. Still, her magic never fails to amaze me. I still can't believe she got one of my origami frogs to start talking. Why don't I write a story with origami animals as the main characters? Let's see. Once upon a time, in a magical forest, there lived a group of animals made of paper. Barbie loves looking into the future, so she used her powers to map out the fates of all living things in Simulanka. But knowing the ending in advance takes all the fun out of the story. I think I'll make a bet with her. I believe that one day the people of Simulanka will decide to carve their own destiny. Apparently, she wants to build a statue of herself in the capital city. Always looking to add some pizzazz.
Well, we just saw that.
My dear sisters, I fear my pen shall soon run dry. Even now, as I write this letter to you, my dexterity is all but failing me. Thank you for enjoying my stories and for creating this world for me. The time we spent together was the most wonderful youth I could have asked for. I always feel so young when we're together. A says that even after I'm gone, the goddess of fate in Simulanka will continue to exist and carry on granting people's wishes. It makes me glad. If you ever want to chat, feel free to pay a visit to the goddess statue. Just don't wish for anything weird.
It's Simulanka Durin. And he's looking up at something. A star. This must have been after M passed away. This looks like a mine.
Maybe the Toitania miners dug too deep? So deep that they dug right through to the world on the next page.
Yeah. And now that you mention it, this miner's lamp looks really similar to the star on the previous page. The Forest of Blessings. This book has been recording Simulanka's history all along.
Look at the size of those footprints. If that's every time he lands, then no wonder people are so terrified of him.
So that's why you took the stars. Because you missed your mom.
Huh. That statue looks different from the one in the Metropole.
It's a different goddess. This one is the goddess of fate. It's all right now, Durin. Nobody here wants to hurt you.
Were those words? No, I don't think so.
I don't understand. Why would you say that? I'm the one who hurts people.
Don't say that, Durin! Paimon made a mistake. She was wrong about you. But it's nice to talk, isn't it? Now that we've all calmed down?
So that's why you made that wish? So stupid.
Hey!
Anyone with eyes can see that all you want to do is get along with everyone. You just want to make friends, people to play with, to talk to, people who accept you, or at least accept your apology.
Oh, you've never hurt anyone. Heck, the idea never even crossed your mind. Sure, you scared a bunch of people half to death, but that's only because they had no idea what kind of dragon you really are.
Yeah. If you had a heart-to-heart with them, I'm sure they'd come to understand you and see your point of view.
They were actually true.
The curse.
Huh? Nilu?
Is it your true wish to live side by side with the people of Simulanka? Then close your eyes and make a wish to the goddess of fate. We will help make your wish come true.
What?
Just trust me. I, Nilu, the Forest Fairy, give to you my blessing and welcome you as a dweller of the forest. May everyone accept you as one of our own, and may the Forest of Blessings be a place you can call home.
I, Navia, King of Constellation Metropole, give you my blessing. I grant you citizenship to my kingdom.
Oh, me too! As the, Nekomata in Boots of this world, I give you my blessing too.
Not sure why, but it's working, so let's go with it.
Wait, what's going on?
This must be the magic power of words.
I, the hero of this world, give you my blessing. I recognize you as a resident of Simulanka. May you find acceptance in this world. Also, speaking as someone who'd like to be your friend, I wish you all the best for the future.
I, a traveler who has traversed many worlds, give to you my blessing. May you find friendship and goodwill, no matter where you go.
I like that they've been giving him more lines. He has a good voice for the traveler. I just wish he would speak more often.
As for this world, I leave it to you.
Yep, shrunk him down. I knew it happened.
Why are you all staring at me? Huh? My claws. Are these my claws? And my wings? My tail? Does this mean...
Wow, you look so cute. Quite a radical transformation. Not that there was anything wrong with the way you looked before, of course. It's just...
How do you feel? Are you happy with your new appearance? Does anyone have a flower with them? Or even just some water or paper from this world? Oh, I do actually. Here you go. They're not changing. I can touch things without changing them.
Hey, that's great! One more flying friend for Paimon!
Now the residents of Simulanka won't be scared of you anymore. But what about all the things that I did before?
That's simple. Just go out there and atone. You could fill in the footprints you left on the ground, or help the people around the broken sea get home.
Okay. And you'll come along and help me, right, Hat Guy?
Huh? Why would I do that?
Because you said you wanted to be my friend.
You little... Gah. Well, maybe I spoke too soon.
Huh? But I thought...
Come on.
All right, fine. I'll go with you.
Really?
Yes, really. Lying to you would be no fun anyway.
Oh, thank you! You're the first friend to call me by my name!
Let's go back up. I'm about to suffocate down here.
Oh, it feels so good to finally see Hat Guy meet his match.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah, okay. Paimon just never thought we'd see the day, that's all.
All right. Let's also head back up then. Don't be scared, Durin. We'll be right by your side.
Thank you for your blessings, everyone! Oh, this is the happiest day I've had in a really long time!
Now you'll get to see what it's like being the only flesh and blood native of this world, as you are neither paper nor block.
Ta-da! Surprise, everyone!
Attacking Street Lamp!
Street Lamp? Oh my! You mean you still don't remember me after all the times we've spoken?
I know that voice! It's Mom's friend!
Hello there, traveler and friends. And Durin, it's good to see you. You've changed quite a lot. In fact, you look so different that perhaps I should call you Mini Durin.
Mini Durin, huh? Yeah, I like the sound of that. It's nice being smaller.
You must be one of the three goddesses of this world. Are you the goddess of creation?
Yep, that's right. But although it's the most impressive sounding of the three, to be honest, we all made an equal contribution toward the founding of this world. If you've ever read any of M's stories, you'll know just how enchanting the worlds are that she writes about. So enchanting that I just had to step inside and explore it for real. So I got B involved, and with M's consent, created the world of Simulanka.
Whoa! You're getting a little ahead of yourself. First things first, would you mind explaining what you're doing here? In fact, no! What are we even doing here?
Don't worry, all will be revealed. After everything you accomplished on your journey, you're free to ask me anything you want. Let's start with your first question then. I'm here because I sensed a great magic power emanating from the book just now, and I couldn't resist the urge to peek inside and check it out.
That must have been when we all gave Mini Durin our blessings, right?
Yes, exactly. In the world of fairy tales, words and emotions often carry far more power than any spell. It's all thanks to your magic that Mini Durin was able to take this form. Come say hi to me, little one. Oh, look at you. You're as cute as a button.
So, what about us? Was it always part of the plan that we'd come here?
Oh, plan isn't the word I'd use. If you ask me, I'd say fate works in mysterious ways. When Durin of Simulanka made his wish to the goddess of fate, it just so happened that in a world far away, all of you wonderful people were holding a copy of M's fairy tale at that exact moment. And because of your noble and kind souls, you were selected by the goddess of fate to come and save this world.
Now that you mention it, that's what I was doing when I was transported here. I was reading a fairy tale to some children in the Fleuve Cendre.
I think I just, happened upon an old book and decided to use it as my pillow during a nap in a box.
Wow, what a crazy coincidence. Wait, that's not right. How come everyone else got assigned to roll except us? 'Cause we were also... Yeah, that was it. We just received a strange book and we had no idea who sent it. Then, the moment we opened it up to start reading it, We found ourselves here! You're the one who sent it to us, aren't you?
Oh, is that what happened? Yes, that does sound like me, doesn't it? Good question. Why indeed? Maybe I thought this was such a good story it simply had to be read by someone. As the traveler and witness of many worlds, how could I let such a beautiful place pass you by? I can sense that your blessing for Minnie Durin was a very special one. With this blessing from beyond the story, he might even be able to explore worlds outside of this one.
Teyvat, you mean?
That's right. In fact, back when we were first creating Simulanka, Em told us that she hoped the people of this world would one day be able to explore the wider world beyond. Every story has an ending, but if the story becomes reality, it should have the right to choose its own path.
So, in other words, the predestined lives these people lead were always going to disappear one way or another.
Wait, so even if the people here get to go to other worlds, surely there's gotta be a way we can leave too, right?
Don't you realize you've been able to leave all along?
Yeah, we know.
Huh?
You can teleport waypoints.
You can either take the boat at the Broken Sea or touch the giant bookmark at the Cliff of Prophecy. All you need to do if you want to leave is focus on the place you want to go.
How were we supposed to know that if you never told us?
Huh, didn't I?
I love the read on that.
Well, given how smart and capable you are, surely it can't have posed a huge problem for you. As for your other friends who were summoned here, if I had to guess, I'd say the Goddess of Fate probably didn't tell them about it because she wanted them to get engrossed in the story. She's Em's reflection, after all. It wouldn't surprise me if she shares Em's love for cliffhangers. Anyway, I think that answers your questions, yes? What do you all plan to do next?
I'm gonna go say sorry to the people of this world. After that, I want to start protecting Simulanka, just like Mom told me to.
Now we know how easy it is to get back home. Paimon's suddenly not in such a hurry to leave.
Same here. It's not every day that you get to come to such a magical world. I, for one, plan to explore it a little longer.
I'm glad to hear it. Maybe I should invite some other friends to join you too. By the way, Minnie Durin, I'm delighted to see you've made some new friends. I'm sure Em would be very proud of you. Now, before I depart, please let me give you a blessing as well. May your future be as rich and colorful as the stories Em used to tell.
She's gone.
Guess this is where the hero's journey comes to an end, huh?
But it's also where a new journey begins. The adventures of Minnie Durin and friends.
Huh? An adventure for me?
You bet. For starters, I'd love to introduce you to my other friends in the forest. Even though there have been some misunderstandings in the past, I'm sure they'll welcome the new you with open arms.
Huh?
Ugh, stop looking at me. I already said I'll come with you.
Whoa! Look over there!
Wow. The stars are beautiful. Huh. I'll bet that's a gift to Minnie Durin from the three goddesses of this world.
Oh, thank you, Mom.
Till the end of the world. Heart oh. Here. Oh dear. Many things, yeah. Right. There's this one now. That's in this area. I still need to get 30 for Constellation Metropole. I think I only need another 5. 2 maybe. And then same for the Titanium Mines. So there's this, but that's complete. Hey, it's after the appendix. I thought there was another thing. Yeah, Tex Coda. Return the clockwork key. Okay, we've had enough time. So let's see where you are. Oh, all the way back at the beginning of that side quest. We're actually right next to that, so we're fine. We'll do this, and I think we'll probably be done. Oh, now it's just straight up complete. Oh, they're not even voicing this part. Stop this now. Shall we send that Arlick and I drop these rolls? In theory, it should be over now. But I remember hearing the point of ceremony. That's still auto-playing. The farewell title of Marquis of Carabas. Once and for all, you can bring things to a close to a touch of formality. As the Nekomata bids farewell to her boots, though through the reflection are we wiser to the nature of the truth. Okay, cool. You're done. Not what I selected. Yes, that's all done. Have that there. It doesn't have a location for us yet, I guess. I will be, I guess, exploring the Broken Sea on my own time. Oh, there's also this. Like, I'll do that off stream, but attempt to avoid any quests. It said in 2 days' time. So what I'm gonna do, because it'll probably say something when that happens. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna do this. Day passes at midnight.
It's been a while since our last adventure. Oh, Paimon wonders how Mini Durin is getting along in Simulanka. Let's go to the Forest of Blessings and take a look.
That's what I wanted to know. That means the afterward starts all the way over here. And I don't have to, there's no risk of me accidentally going there. So, I will be exploring everything here on my own, aside from this island, in order to avoid that. Yeah, not only do we have the afterword and the last quest there,
Add Astro.
but
Thank you
we
for
also have
completing
some
today.
story quests to do. Doing those right now. Here we are. Let's do it again. Tainari! That's a constellation we haven't completed. On Tales of Dragon Slayers, Fairest Shadow, Black Castle, Slingshot, Martini's Great Sword, Skyrider's Rain Slasher. Wow, we got a 5-star character, a 4-star character, and a 4-star weapon. That was, statistically speaking, a very good pull. Very good pull. But we already fully completed Zhongling, so she's useless. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, it's actually the first time we've gotten a second. Oh, charge attack crit rating. That's cool. The bow. Oh, that means we use your charge attack. Okay. That's all we got for tonight. Tomorrow we finish up Simulanka and perhaps start one of the stories. What our timing is. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I haven't been able to raid into Gold in a while. Invincible. Playing supermarkets in your simulator. I guess. I've seen this game. I don't see the point. It just looks very bad. But I think most streamers just use it as a background for talking to chat. Alright, so we'll head over there. Because I haven't been able to raid quit in a while. Until next time, this is the Pirate King signing off. Have a good night.